So I know ugly may be a strong word, but that's how I feel about the lamb's ears dead leaves right now. Now you may feel different, and if this does not bother you, that is totally fine. But for me, I do like more of a uniform look. It is looking, or it is serving as mulch right now, but because of the different colors that it is exhibiting, it's not something that I would like to see. So lamb's ears is great for using as a bottom layer mulch. It will break down nicely. The reason you do not want to use it as a top layer mulch is because of the texture. Look at that. Now, you don't want to shred it either, because I have done that. And if you've ever seen the stuffing of, like, inside a pillow, for example, that's what this thing looks like. So if I were to crumble this up over and over again, and it will fly everywhere. So it'll look like you have lots of pillow, stuffing, whatever it may be, or cushion stuffing, and it just goes everywhere. When there's a light breeze, it'll just fly off. It's like cloth that has been shredded down too many times. Anyway, the velvety cloth, that is. So it does not do well when you shred it, and when you leave it just on top like this, you get the different color variation there. You get what, brown, white, fuzzy white, like velvety type. So it's like you have cloths laying on your garden bed. It doesn't take away from what it is doing to your soil. It's going to break down. It is organic, so it's going to break down and give you that nice organic matter for your soil. So we are going to hide this today, and I'm going to show you how I go about doing it, and you can see what it looks like after. So here is the before. I've collected some mulch here made out of different kinds of leaves. We have pine needles and acorn leaves, and maybe some other leaves in there too. Experts say that pine needles don't degrade as fast to provide nutrients to the garden. So I figure by having the lamb's ears on the bottom, they will degrade nicely, providing nutrients for the soil without having to wait for the pine needles to degrade. Now, I should not knock on just pine straws. I have wood chips that have been in the garden for a year now, and they have not completely broken down either. So we can't just blame it on the pine needle solely. I got 2 bags here and 2 bags over there. I've already used 1 bag somewhere else. I mentioned that I was going to do an experiment to see how much the pine needles will have degraded by the same time next year. And this bed right here, I don't think there's a lot of pine straws here. If there are, they're up there. And we mulched this area last year with the shredded lemongrass. So most of it has, most of it has degraded down already. This area was weeded the other day, and I may have missed some, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. If I can pull them out, I will. Otherwise, we'll just I guess handle them when they come out again. So here we go, just like that. And you can probably see the transformation already just in this area right now. Again, if you don't mind seeing your lamb's ears leaves looking like this in your garden bed, that is totally fine. It's your garden, and if you like it to look a certain way, that is totally fine. We're all different, and we all see things differently. This is just offering you another option, another alternative, if you would like it to look uniform. And if you're someone like me who would like your bed to look more uniform. And I don't even mind doing it, covering up like this, some of it, because the leaves should be okay to come up. And if you want to, you can always come back and kind of lift the mulch So look at that. In just no time at all, you can see it looks a lot different. So besides the pine needles breaking down slower, there are two other disadvantages that I would like to address. The first one being when you have pine needles, when they do break down over time, you'll see, and I'm pretty sure you notice that too, that they look on the white side, and you might not like that for mulch. You might like to keep your mulch on the darker side. And the other thing is that when the pine needles have not broken down yet, when they're just newly put down, they might be slippery or may become slippery when they are wet. So because of the slippery nature of the pine straws, I would not recommend that you use them to apply onto your pathways. So just wanted you to be safe as you're gardening, as you're walking around your garden spaces. All right, we are all done. I'm in the shade right now because it's so sunny over there, and the phone, my camera phone here may get really hot. So I think it looks so much better. The top layer is basically all brown color. I know that right now, like some of the leaves, the acorn leaves, may show some lightness because of the reflection of the light. But it is on the brown side. It's not the the white and the light green color, the brown color of the lamb's ears, and then also you don't get that. I don't know how to explain it. That the fuzziness of the lamb's ear that doesn't look like it's the texture of mulch. So anyway, all in all to say that I do like it better, and I hope that you can see the difference as well. Now, I had to apply a good amount of the mulch, the top layer mulch, to hide the ugliness, the unsightliness of the lamb's ears. And now the area looks more uniform. The lamb's ear leaves, the dead leaves are on the bottom there, and they will degrade down nicely and will provide nutrients to the soil, therefore providing nutrients for our plants. And I think it looks really good overall. Now, does it look perfect? It does not look perfect. Where I have it is not seen by the public, it's just seen by you and me. So I feel fine using the free mulch that I got. And you can go out and buy the pine straws too, from the public, from the big box store, which I have done in the past as well. You don't get the other leaves in there. You mainly just have that nice consistency of pine straws. So that's another way that you can do it too if you want to spend the money. But for me, right now, it is working out well. We have enough pine pine needles and other leaves that we could use as mulch. And I love the fact that everything is free right now. We don't have to go out and buy something like that. If you have a wooded area like I do here, a place where you can collect mulch to be used in garden beds that are not seen by the public, then it's good. It's definitely good to use. And I know that, the consistency may not be perfect. Like in my case here, you have different types of leaves. You don't get that one type of mulch material. I hope you can see here that you do not have to throw your dead lamb's ears leaves in the compost or discard them in other ways. You can recycle them by using them as the first layer of mulch and then apply a more uniform looking mulch on the top, and there you have it. You get to hide that unsightliness, and you get to provide nutrients to your soil. So all in all, it's a win-win situation. And another win-win is that we get to experiment with the pine needles here, more of a kind of like an informal official experiment here, because when I apply the pine straws that were purchased before, not really take into consideration that they might not degrade as fast. So now we get to actually test it out with not only that area that you just saw, but on the opposite bed, and we'll see together how they will have degraded next year, hopefully by around the same time. And then also, I will go ahead and show you before we take off the area that was also applied recently. All right, so this was the area that the pine needles were applied as well. And some of it was applied to the playground area, applied to some bald spots here, and then here where the swings get used a lot. So we'll see how all of this will have degraded down. So I appreciate you hanging out with me today, and I hope you learned something from this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. And until the next one, I hope you take care. Bye for now.